No, she was probably.
You sleep, Nisha?
And in the
So
building.
we're now
Yeah,
recording the
in the
session.
building.
Good evening, everyone.
All right, I'm gonna ask y'all to mute your mics. My man said it's just a cigar.
Turn that TV off because I gotta turn that TV off.
All right, let me. All right, let's see. I'm gonna let you be the host, and that way you got control because I don't know how to work none of this shit.
Sure, boss.
I think Ann is the host. It say that
Yeah,
you the host.
she's better off being the host, man, because I'll lose sight of everything.
Hey Ann.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Oh,
Good evening.
it's
So you
morning where
get
she at.
excited. We have our comeback speaker who will help us scale up on our businesses. So please, prepare your notes and make sure to jot down all the gems that will be dropped tonight.
Ann
Yo, let me tell you something about Ann, man. She's got the best like intro. She's got the best
is
like,
great. Ann is great.
yo, let me tell you something. You know who else is great?
Who?
You.
How are you?
Listen, yo, I don't know. Y'all maybe you might have heard me mention Jen once or twice, but if you haven't, right, Jen is that one, man. Let me tell y'all. So I met Jen in the CRC group, and she be in the cut, man. She don't really be popping her head out. Let me tell you something. But she is like, if she were to pop her head out, she'd blind everybody because she's like the real superstar, right? But anyway, I could go on and on about that. But I met her through the group. You know, she had reached out to me because she saw I was doing funding, right? And pretty much she had a bunch of clients. Let me mute that. She had a bunch of clients that that she already funded, did some funding plays on, and she just decided to reach out to me. And let me tell you, it was perfect timing because I was going through it, right? Like I was hold on, let me mute this one too. I was going through it in my business, really, and in my mind because I had just got pretty much, you know, somebody owed me 8K on some funding and they didn't want to pay me, right? So I was losing my mind a little bit. I was probably gonna revert to some old ways of mine, right? And then she called me out the blue. Long story short, um, she brought like 10 files to the table. She said, "Hey Patrick, we need to get these people funded." You know, and within the first, let me mute that one too. Um, she brought me the files and we worked on them. And long story short, within a week, I think we made like 16K each or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And ever since then, man, let me tell you, she grew from just somebody I met in the group as a partner to now like, you know, family, like straight family. And that's really what we cultivate here. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody who comes on these calls, we don't see y'all like, oh, like what are we gonna try to sell you something, right? Like, like most people do. Like we trying to build a community here where we can lean on each other because when I was going through it, Jen was right there and I was able to lean on her and she didn't even know. I think I told her like months later how important she was when she came into my life. So, to this day, she's a rock star to me. She don't even like if I was her, I'd be talking so much shit. I'd probably be like, you guys would be so like done with me because she's got over 3,000 clients. She's a monster with the funding. She does the SBA. Like she rearranged my whole business. Like the reason you guys see me here today is because a word that she said to me. Okay. Literally one word that she told me rearranged my entire business. One move that she brought to me changed my entire bank account. Like and now like I'm honored honestly to even be presenting her and shit. Like I feel like I should like
I,
roll a red
I,
carpet out. Right?
I
But
appreciate it. I appreciate it. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I appreciate it. I am honored to be here. I'm definitely grateful to be here. I thank you and I appreciate it. I know I got a lot of people in my DMs from I just got my millionaire's plaque from CRC. This was, recognized, definitely much appreciated. However, this not is not my first million. Like I said, I appreciate the love and stuff like that. It's just my first million that's recorded through CRC. Been in the credit industry, funded over 30 million, wiped clear over $100 million in debt. And so been in this business, just continuing to scale and to grow. And like Patrik said, reiterated that, we're just basically here to build and to grow together. I tell everybody all the time, one of my biggest lines, and I always say, and I had this in college, and this is so funny, your network is your net worth. And so whoever you're surrounding yourself with in your network, that's what you're going to be worth. And so you guys are in the right place at the right time. This is the Cool Kids Club. I know we got some other Zooms going on. I know we got some other Zooms going on tonight, but you guys are in the right place at the time. This is the cool side of the CRC.
Yo, let me tell you,
So this,
without a doubt.
this is the cool side of the CRC. So we're not here to sugarcoat. We're gonna be, we're gonna be completely transparent and tell you guys realistic ways to grow. Anything that you want to do is at your fingertips. Anything that you want is at your fingertips. Of course, it takes work. Of course, it takes dedication, but it takes your mindset. And you guys being on these calls is the first thing to shift your mindset. You guys have to believe in yourself. You guys have to know that you guys can do it. It's attainable. If I did it, I came from poverty. My parents, welfare, drugs. I came from nothing. I am married now. Married now, but I was a single mom for raising two children alone. And so I did a lot of these things, on my own. So wherever you are in your journey, you can do it. It's attainable. I am a living testimony that if I can do it, you can do it. I am no different. I am a college somebody's unmuted.
I got that. Don't worry.
Somebody muted. I did go to college to give you guys a little bit of my background. I have a master's degree. My first business, I've done everything, pretty much everything in the entrepreneur space. I did daycare centers. I've done taxes. I did a lot of things. First business was a daycare center almost 20 years ago. So I laugh and I say I've only had one job in my life. And so my job was at the Philadelphia School District's six-figure job. Hated it, just wasn't for me. And so I went into daycare because I had small kids. And then from there on, I just been building different businesses. Credit is different for me because I can impact lives. I've worked with so many. Last year I had an initiative called 100 Families, 100 Homes, where I helped 100 single moms get keys to their house. We actually superseded 100. We did 121. And so this year we're trying to double that, get single moms by, repairing their credit, getting grants for them, helping them with funding. I tell people that the way that I grew my clientele is the biggest thing is to just be a resource. You guys have to realize that you guys are solving a problem, and any business that you have, you're solving a problem. And so when people are going to come to you, they're coming to you for credit repair because they have bad credit. They don't know what to do with their credit. If they knew how to fix their credit, if they knew how to maintain their credit or whatever case may be, then they wouldn't be, they wouldn't be reaching out to you, right? And so when you're a resource to them and you're giving them a safe space to be vulnerable, we're not judging them and things like that, and just basically building with your clients. Like I still talk to my clients, even though I have so many clients and my clients call me and reach out, I have a conversation with them. We're human first, right? And so we have to not get so big ever in our businesses to feel like, we can't communicate with our clients, because guess what? That one client that I've helped, get a house, she's going to refer 4 or 5 clients to me. A lot of my clients is referral based. And so people refer me because they had a great experience. So I tell people, people buy into products. I mean, people don't buy into products, they buy into people. And so if you make yourself just marketable, and whereas though, like I said, people can relate to you and things like that, they're going to buy into you. They're going to refer you to your friends. They're going to refer you to their family. And so that's basically my business model and how I've grown. I know you guys probably are going to have some questions. Feel free to type in. I'll definitely answer any questions. Pat, did you have anything you want me to like?
Yeah. Because yo, listen, I'm a listener, okay? She just laid out an entire business plan, and here's the thing. She said, first of all, they relate to her. So if you can point out maybe like how they relate to you, like what do you do in order for these people to relate to you?
I mean, just alone, had being a single mom. Like when you're talking to a woman and she's a single mom, that's relatability right there. You're talking to a single mom that's trying to just make it and trying to figure it out. I've been in those shoes before, trying to make it for my kids, trying to, figure out the next step, or what I was going to do and things like that. I didn't know about credit. My mom, this is no lie. I learned about credit because my mom literally had Comcast bills and light bills and shit in my name. And so when I graduated college, like they're like, this stuff is on your credit. I didn't know nothing about credit. And so I started figuring out what credit was and how to use it and how to leverage it. And so just being in that space, just trying to, just explain to them that, whatever I made, whatever image, and I don't even I feel like and you hate the word, and my husband hates the word too, but I feel like I'm really humble and modest, especially on social media. But I just, I'm relatable. So I'm not acting like I'm above them at any point. And so when you just act like that, you have the people that on there, we have our quote unquote millionaires and stuff like that. And a lot of times I say, and what I've learned, and I've been around a lot of millionaires, I've been around a lot of people with a lot of money. And in actuality, the people that's really getting it and really got a lot of money is not posting it. And that's the God honest truth. And so I've learned that, and I say I've seen people, huge people that are credit repair people and in funding spaces and stuff like that. They're renting jets, they're renting cars, and it's like 30 of them like posting content together. So of course, if we all wanted to put in together to rent a jet, we can all do it and make content too. It's fucking probably $2,000 a person. I mean, it's not a big deal. So if we decided to go that route, that it's not hard to do. So I'm saying all that to say, just being related, because when people see people doing those things, when people are they feel like they're not relatable and they're scared to reach out to them because they feel like, oh, so many people get on the phone with me and they are so surprised that they're actually talking to me. I get that all the time, like, oh my God, it's really you. I thought it was going to be like an AI bot. And I'm like, no, like it's really me. Like, I need to know like what your credit goals is, like what are you trying to attain, like how soon you're trying to attain it. And so they're so surprised, and just the relatability, gives them solitude, because it's so, like, let's be honest, it's so much stigma that credit repair is a scam. And people, so I know you guys have got clients that say, oh, I went to 3 other people before you to fix my credit and never got the credit fixed. And so it's already like I said, a stigma with credit. And so just to have relatability, and then relatability.
Hold on, because yo, listen, I need my damn notepad. Look, she's saying like they relate to her. So when like while I'm listening, I'm thinking, okay, how does she mean like relate? So I'm thinking for me to relate to somebody, I just be my damn self,
Be
right?
yourself.
Be yourself. Like, look, what she's saying is like everybody's out here trying to be the shiny object. I get it. That's cool, right? But there's more people who can relate to you in your current situation than there is that, hey, I can relate to that fucking jet or whatever it is, right? That's why I talk the way I talk. That's why I tell people the way, the way it is. That's why I say, even if y'all got bad credit right now, too much of y'all are not even starting because you want to fix your credit first before you go and help the next person. Nah, because you relate to that person now. You
You
feel
relate
me?
to that person now. That's a
Mhm.
marketing thing in itself. Hey, I'm fixing my credit right now. I didn't wiped off 30 things off my credit. This is where my credit was at. This is what I got. Be who you are. When you're authentically you, the world relates to that. People can tell fluff. They can tell BS. They can tell it. How many people are going to relate to you, or more than they're going to relate to somebody with a jet? The average consumer doesn't have a jet. They probably will never be able to ride on a jet, and they barely probably can get on a freaking airplane, right? And so
Mhm.
that's not relatable. And so just relating, just being able to relate to you as, just like I said, just a normal person, to be able to talk to them, have a conversation with them, build with them. And the biggest thing is for you to build with them and to understand what they want. I tell people all the time, credit repair is not one size fits all. So if Patrik wants to buy a house and Joshua wants to buy a car, their credit roadmaps are 2 different roadmaps. I only got to get Patrik to a 640 to get this house, right? Joshua, I might have to add just a trade line to get him to get this car in 2 weeks. And so just knowing what your clients want and the expectations, believe it or not, you're going to get you're going to get like I said, so many like good reviews. Like I said, client referral, just because you built with that client and they feel like their family, they feel like you really poured into them. And in a sense, you are pouring into them because you got them to the goals that they couldn't get themselves to.
100%. And listen, she's got 3,000 clients. Okay, and listen to what she's telling you because I am, right? She's got 3,000 clients and she's still saying, I jump on the phone with them. She's still saying, hey, look, I want to find out their goals. She's still saying they're surprised that she's not an AI bot. What does that tell you guys? Okay, a lot of times people in the beginning, they're like, oh, I need a VA. Oh, I need ads. Oh, I need a chat bot. I need it. But you never even hit that first step yet, right? It goes back to what she said about being you and relating to them.
Just start. We always get caught up in, and I'm telling this, and this is, I'm saying this to myself. And even like, I just said it. I'm like, oh, I need to get this system in place. I need to get that system in place. And what did he say to me? He was like, yeah, we're going to get the system in place. He's like, but you're still about to do this now. And so we often get hung up on websites and web designs. None of that shit matters if you don't got no clients. It don't matter. It don't matter. If nobody is paying you, you can have the best website in the world. It's not going to visibility beats ability. So you're being visible, you're showing up. It's going to be the ability. You can't do any of this stuff without making money. We're all here. Yes, we're not doing this. It's not community service. Like, yes, we want to help people, but we got families, we got kids to feed, we got wives, husbands, whatever the case may be. We all have a common goal. And I know we're not in this space to not make money. And so I say all that to say, start where you are. Don't let those little small things. Yes, we got systems and we have, like I said, Patrik and Ann is on here. Their team, is fully equipped and they're helping people get their funnels together and they're helping people get their websites and they're getting VAs and they're doing and all that stuff is great. But guess what? All that stuff costs what? It costs money. And
Hmm.
so if you don't have the clientele to pay for it, what the fuck are you doing it for?
Right. Hey, and she's got 3,000 clients. Okay. And look how she's talking. And look and listen to what she's saying. Okay. I guarantee you can't put no one next to her. You can't. And I'm not saying that because she's my sister and I like all the other shit, right? You can't put no one next to her. She shines too bright because she's herself. She's got the receipts to prove it. She's chilling here with us. She's in Miami right now on some top floor, chilling.
I'm definitely on the top. I'm definitely on the top floor.
Yo, so look, and she's over here like, just hitting us with what we need. And I tell you that because look, peep her style. Peep her style. Let me mute this real quick. Her style is herself. She's telling you, and look, I supply all that shit, funnels and all that shit. But I would be the first one to tell you, learn the basics, get your foundation right first, right?
Foundation right first. Start marketing, start posting on social media. Like, if this is your job and this is your business, you gotta show up every single day. And again, I'm speaking to you guys, but I'm speaking to myself also, right? And so my husband, he has over 1 million followers. He posts probably 10 videos a day on social media. He tells me all the time, you need to post more. You need to be posting more. You need to be posting more on social media. And I'm saying all that to say to you guys, yes, ads and stuff. Yes, I run ads. I run ads now. I just started ads probably I want to say in November, and we'll talk about ads in a little bit. But even just posting with your organic audience and growing your following, people, like I said, I don't know if you guys follow me, whoever follows me, I'm always posting game. And so when you start giving people free information, they feel like, oh, this person is already giving me value. And when you're giving them value, guess what? They want to pay you because they're looking at you as an authority. When you're making yourself an authority, because guess what? I'm posting free stuff and I'm giving them stuff. And they probably tried to use the dispute letters that I posted and try to dispute it themselves or whatever the case may have had some success. But guess what? They weren't all the way. So them clients are still going to come back because guess what? You're giving them knowledge and your free game. And so posting those stuff, yes, posting them receipts, posting them, please stop. What I'm gonna say to y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I say this with love. Stop posting them freaking AI flyers that, oh, come get your credit repair for $2.99. That's not relatable. All them flyers look the same now, and they're drowning in the algorithm. Stop posting them AI flyers. It's not relatable. Post client receipts. post, some knowledge. You guys are credit repair specialists and you have to position your stuff as such. And so post, like I said, post the stuff that you know. Post about utilization, post about late payments, post about those things. But those AI flyers and stuff it's so bad. AI is so bad now. If you look on people's AI posts now, it's saying AI something info. So it's telling them that you actually went on AI and did it. And I love ChatGPT. I'll go on ChatGPT and build the email, build the funnel and stuff like that. But again, it has to be relatable. People do not relate to an AI bot. They want to relate to you. They want to know that you actually know what the fuck you're talking about. If they're going to
Yo,
pay their
and
money.
listen, y'all, drop your Instagram and your Facebook in the chat. That way they know how to follow you. I
Okay.
keep hearing the same thing. All right, when people speak, this is what I know I'm good at. And because I've had to be I've been in situations where I had to be resourceful. So I listen, right? She's repeating the same core thing in different aspects. Relatable, right? Using what you got, being yourself. Y'all need to, when you approach your business, think about it. We're in a business that requires trust. Who's gonna trust you if your face ain't real? Right? If it right, let's be real here.
Yeah, no,
Like if
sure.
the only AI I fuck with is my authentic intelligence. I made that shit up. So if y'all hear people start saying that shit, you know where it came from. But look,
Yeah.
she's saying be yourselves, man. Ain't nobody could do you better than you.
No, you
Once
can't
you're
be, and again, and like I said, you want to position yourself as an authority. And I keep reiterating that is because an authority means is that they're looking to you for knowledge. People don't, again, if they're following you, somebody was on here the other day when we was on live, I mean, was on the Zoom the other day, and they were saying about being nervous about live. What you guys have to realize with social media, right? If they're on your page, that's your audience. They're your audience already. They came to your page, they hit follow, friend, they're yours. And so what you do with them is it's time for you to convert them over once you get them there. Once they're your audience, they're your audience. And so if they're there, make them pay. That's my favorite line. Make them pay. Once they're there, make them pay. And so you got them, you got their attention. And so when you get their attention, it's your platform. What are you going to do with it? So it's your job to convert them over to clients. They've DM'd you, they've asked you questions, they commented on your post. And then so it's like, all right, let's make them pay and get them in a funnel. Make sure that they use and like I said, we'll go a little bit more into like a little different systems and stuff that I use to kind of convert clients and stuff like that. I'm in Texas as well. Whoever just said Texas, I'm in Texas as well. But once you get them to your page, like they're your audience. It's your time. It's time for you to make them pay to get them a product, whatever
make them
it is.
pay. You see, look, once again with the heavy. I don't even want to say it's a gem because it's beyond that, right? Make them pay. Right? We are in a business to help, but you can only continue to help if the loop of gratitude keeps flowing, right? So, yes, you help. That person's thankful. The appreciation goes up and it comes back down. The more people that appreciate you, the more you appreciate and value. You feel me? So, it's not hard to make them pay. Especially when you do what? Like she said, provide them value. You're showing up every day. Just by you posting every day, subconsciously, it gives them the image that she is reliable. I know. Look, like, there was a point where I was posting a certain amount a day that when I didn't post one day, people started hitting me up. Yo, you okay? You all right? Like, everything good? Right?
They
Think
were
about it.
they're looking at your consistency. They're looking at that. And believe it or not, people look forward to your posts. If like I said, if it may be somebody that you guys may end up in a mentorship space where you guys are mentoring people and you guys are doing these calls. And so now, just posting at CRC, now I have a whole influx now of credit repair specialists that are following me now. And so you don't know what space you're going to end up in. You may be pushed into the mentorship space. You just never know. But whatever it is, you're positioning yourself, like I said, as an authority, and you want to always make sure that, like I said, authentic stuff, you're showing them, what you offer. People shouldn't come to your page and not know what you offer. If somebody goes to my page right now, they know that I do credit repair. It is no doubt about it. They're going to read within the first two posts. They're going to say, oh, this girl does something with credit from being a complete stranger. And so, that's very, very important on your page. A lot of times, people, have personal pages and stuff like that, and that personal stuff is cool too, because again, it's relatability. But they definitely should be able to, within 30 seconds of looking at your page, they should know what you do.
Bet. Look, I'm gonna keep hyping you up. I think we should open up some questions. So everybody who got a question, raise your hand.
Yeah, definitely ask some questions. Like I want to ask, like I feel like I talked a lot. Like I want to, talk to you guys. I definitely have a lot of different systems and, with ads and, different things like that that I can like kind of tell you guys how I scale. But I want you guys to answer some questions and be interactive and yeah.
All right, we're gonna start picking on y'all if y'all don't start raising them hands. I know my man Josh got a question. Joshua, I know you out there, bro. Oh, look, we got financial shift too. Okay, look, let's go with financial shift.
Okay.
Hello.
Yo,
Hello.
Taz, what's up? Oh, wait. You got to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so my question is for Jen. How do you so are you a mom?
I am a mom. I have a newborn, a 2-month old.
Oh, okay. I just had a baby as well a year ago. Well, a year postpartum, but so
Yeah.
how do you stay motivated? How do you do it with a baby? How do you still manage to run your business and still do it all with a baby?
Um, So I'm newly postpartum 2 months, and to be honest, I'm still figuring it out day by day, right? But with everything, every single day, I show up, right? And so I show up with expectations. So I know that every single day I have to show up. Like this is my job. So I don't look at it as a hobby. This is my job. And so in some form of facet, like I said, now I gotta show up. And so in the morning time, I'm just basically trying to put myself on a schedule. I always tell people nobody's ever going to be motivated every single day, but being consistent will keep you structured. That's all I can say. Consistency, a schedule. Oh, I see the baby. Oh. Being consistent, having a structure, having a schedule, discipline is going to outbeat motivation because nobody's going to be motivated every single day. It's just hard. That's I wouldn't even sell you a dream, but consistency is going to outbeat motivation. And so just being consistent, just showing up, just having a schedule for myself, is basically how I balance it all.
And
That's awesome. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
heard one specific thing too. She said she wakes up with expectation. Expectation. What is it that you expect?
I expect that I'm gonna make money that day. I expect that
Okay.
today's on a good day. Every day I expect to make
Thank
money.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's not a day that goes by that I don't make money. Like I have to make money every day. I'm used to making money every day. It's not, if I didn't make money every day, I would have an issue with that because that's my expectation. That's a system that I've had in place for myself for a long time. And so every day I got to wake up, I got to make some money. I got to get to the money.
Okay, y'all heard that, right? 3,000 clients. I'll talk all that. I can run down the whole list, right? She expects it. And if y'all was on that Wednesday morning call, we talked about the feeling of expectation. She just said everything else beats the motivation. She expects to do it, so she does it. Y'all should write that down because I have an alarm at 7:30 in the morning that says I expect great shit to happen today, right? She's telling you that she wakes up with the expectation of making money. That right there is a jewel because it's a feeling, right?
Baby up all night. I still wake up expecting to make money. Because guess what? I look over at him and guess what he does? He costs money. He costs money. And so I expect to make it. I gotta make it. You know what I'm saying? And so, I have a certain lifestyle that
And
I'm accustomed to. My kids are accustomed to, and so it's the expectation. And so I know that if I tell myself something that I'm going to do it, and so it's just me setting them like, okay, this week I want to make 20K. I want to make 15K. Whatever it is I'm gonna do, I'm going to shoot at that, and I'm going to make sure that I'm posting enough content to be able to convert those clients over.
boom, that's
That makes
fire.
sense. I appreciate it. And I just have one question, and then that's it. More. So just wondering, do you feel like when you became a mom, your level of like care to your clients has to be minimized because you're having to deal with being a parent, etc.? Like, are you able to give that more one-on-one time with your clients, or is that something that you do in your program?
So my clients get an onboarding phone call. My clients do get an onboarding phone call. I do have two other people that obviously has to handle the onboarding calls as well because of the number of clients that I have. But no, I still talk to my clients when I have appointments. Like I'm on vacation. I'm literally on vacation right now. It's dark outside. I'm sitting on a balcony. But I had clients today. I had 3 clients today. And so I talked to my clients, like it doesn't stop. Like if it's a 15-minute call, this person just paid me $1,000. Like I owe them a 15-minute phone call.
She's on vacation. She just had a baby, and she's still talking to her clients. Look at that life.
Like I mean, and it is a balance where, you do have this. I'm not telling you guys to, I laugh because I tell people go from a 9 to 5 to working 24/7 because sometimes that's what entrepreneurship is, right? But I don't advise you guys to never, give yourself a break or never take off. That's not realistic. I'm not saying that I never take off, but right now in the space that I'm in and what I have going on and the way I'm shooting to my goals and things like that, I have things that I want to obtain right now is no days off. And so that's just the space I'm at mentally. Like I'm gonna rest, I'm gonna take a vacation when I get that $10 million plaque. Like that's what I'm shooting for. Like that $1 million plaque was cool, but I'm past that. And so that's my next goal. And so when I
I
get
almost made her get it
yeah.
because I almost made her get it because she's been at that shit like 50, like fucking 10 years ago and shit. So, but yeah, nah, that's dope, man.
So,
That's fire.
but like I said, take your time off and stuff. I don't, like I said, I don't advise nobody to, to work.
That's recording. Zoom.
Yeah, so I think we had Nat. I don't know, Nat, if you still want to you had your hand up first. I don't know if you want to jump on it.
Hey, yes, I'm here. Thank y'all, Patrick and Jen for hopping on and doing this call. Jen, for you, I just wanted to ask, like, I'm located in Texas, and it seems like there's so many stipulations around like becoming a registered CRO. So I was just gonna ask, like, starting out, would you I guess say go through that process before we start taking clients, or
And so
okay,
my LLC is incorporated in Delaware, and I'm
okay,
telling you this without telling you it is. Get a
okay,
LLC in another state.
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's great advice.
Yeah. Nobody's dealing with all those laws. Like it's not, it's too many other states that you can do it legally without going through that. Long as your LLC is registered in another state, you're fine.
And that's
I'm from
fire
the East,
advice.
yeah, I'm from the East Coast, and so that's where my LLC was originated. But I'll never. Texas is a pain in the ass. I've been in Houston for almost 3 years. I would never change my stuff over to Texas just because all the laws and nonsense.
Word.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
That's great. And yo, you can tap in with her too. Like, she's been there, done that. So I don't know if you follow her yet on Instagram, but make sure in the chat that, you dig out her Instagram, follow her, and just get at her, man. I think who's next? Zoom user. We just need you to unmute so we can hear you.
Okay, hello. My name is Delinda. How are you all today?
Phenomenal. How
How
are
are
you?
you? Awesome, awesome.
Hello.
Okay, I am very new in the business and I just went to the Credit Repair Cloud all you all millionaires and I hope to be on that stage next year.
No,
Hope
But
no,
is a
no,
my
bad
no.
question
word.
I
is
hope,
I know
I hope. Say that you're going to
Hope
be
is
on
a
that
okay,
bad
I
stage.
will
word.
be.
No
Okay.
profanity in here. No
Watch.
profanity.
No
Hope is a
profanity.
bad word.
Okay. I get it. Okay. Um I want to know with that many clients, I know you got to be self on, hands on, pretty much in your business, especially start out. But at what point do you start outsourcing or looking for help when you start scaling so many clients?
No, I've been here outsourcing. I obviously couldn't do, that many clients by myself. So I actually have 3 different teams of like outsourcing to work with my clients. I started outsourcing probably maybe 5, 6 years ago, and I probably was at about maybe 400 clients at that point. And so I started outsourcing. But if I would have known what I know today, I probably would have been outsourced, to be honest.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I would
I'll
have been
tell you, like
outsourced.
I started with around 50, and that's because I felt that was my ceiling. Like I realized, like, hold on, I'm spending way too much time on the computer when I could be talking to a mortgage broker, closing more deals, doing things of that nature. So I think for everybody it's different. Some people like the thrill of busting out the computer and doing all that. I can't stand still. I lose my head, right? So, once I got to about 50, that's when I went for it.
Okay. Is
And
there
you
Yeah.
gotta
some?
know your ceiling. You gotta know your ceiling.
Yeah, just know your capacity. And I got to that point too. And like I said, I want to say maybe 300 clients. And at that point, it was before, I knew about letter stream or any of those things. I literally was like mailing letters like in the mail. Like I remember got videos like going to the post office, like hundreds and hundreds of letters and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And so
Uh-huh.
once it starts becoming, too tedious and draining, then it's definitely time. So you'll know,
Okay.
you'll know,
Okay.
you'll know when it's right for you.
Okay. And is there certain some type of script that you should follow, or just like you said, I know you're saying be your authentic self, but some type of guideline to follow that you want to give your clients to make them feel that much more confident, like you really know what you're doing.
I mean, tell them your experience. Tell them why you're doing it.
Okay.
Your experience. Tell them why you're doing it. Like I said, relatability beats ability. And so just relating to them. Hey, I got in a credit repair space because of this. I've, repaired this many files. You know what I mean? And I want to help you. Whatever their goal is, get to this goal. And just telling them that you want to help them get to that goal is going to make them feel comfortable because they're feeling like you're talking to them personally, and it's just not a script. A script would make you feel. That's why I don't like try to use AI tools and automations that all sound the same, because people at this point, people know when it's AI, and they feel like you're just throwing them in a pot with everybody else.
Hmm. Okay.
And I'm gonna add to that. If you could get them to see your smile, they're closed right away. You have a wonderful smile.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Done. They'd be closed immediately.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Munira, what's up? She just joined the team too. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you, Patrick. And I would like to thank Jennifer for being on her holiday and still doing this for us.
Janelle, it's Janelle.
Janelle, sorry. So thank you,
Okay.
Janelle. So yes, I heard you're a new mom. Like, I mean, new mom in the sense like with a small baby, and you're on your holiday and you're doing this. So thank you. I would first of all like to appreciate that.
No problem. I appreciate you.
I have two questions. One, you spoke about advertisement. So my question is, from where do you get your content every single day to post? Question number two, with lots of things on, if you're only person doing it and so many things going on, is there a way like where you can create a post and that post can be automatically posted on a certain time of the day?
Yes, it's I use Planoly. My assistant uses Planoly. It's PLA, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to actually send something to the messenger. And I'm outside, so I'm like using my flashlight. It's PLANOLY, I believe, and then it's another one. It's a plan. It's basically a content scheduler, and so you can basically put your content inside the scheduler, and it'll post at whatever time that you wanted to post at.
Okay, and where do you get the content
My
for?
content, I just honestly, I just whatever content I feel like making, like I think about making, I try to right now, like I said, I just had the baby and I didn't post that I was having a baby on social media. And so if you look at my page, you probably won't see like a lot of content from recently. But I'm just getting back into content. But before, when I was really posting like heavily, I would just do a content day. Like I would literally just make a day out of content, and just not a whole day, but I would make like a plethora of videos like for the whole week, and then that way I can just schedule them out.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Great questions. Great questions. And definitely, Munira, if you're on Facebook and Instagram, definitely you can, follow Jen because she's a huge resource, not only for me, but for a lot of people. And she's been doing this for a while, and she's tremendously helped even my business. So
Sure.
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to create all those. As you know, like I'm very, very, very newbie into this, so we'll have to establish all of that
I'll
things.
get it to you. I'll get it to you. Me and her work closely almost every day. So,
Oh,
when you're ready, we'll get it to you.
awesome. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, in a sec.
We got the brother Sean. What's up, man?
Yo, what up, y'all? What's going on?
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
What's good? Yeah, I got two questions. The first question, yo, Pat, I've been around you long enough. I always seen you with a baldy. You got a fade right now.
I was waiting for that.
I'm tweaking right now. I'm like, yo, what
Right.
just happened?
Yo, I was waiting for that, bro. I don't want to say I'm lazy, but I just don't care, bro. I just shave it and then go. But today I'm like, yo, my hairline looking decent. I'm gonna hit it with the fade and beard out real quick. Might as
Yeah.
well. You
I
don't get me in the wrong lighting though. You might you might catch the bald spot.
so Jen, so me and you definitely do some business. We already working. We've been working a minute. You the GOAT, 100%. You my
I appreciate it.
I got you on my you know how T-Mobile used to have the top five? Yeah, you definitely number one on my list.
Oh man, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate
I
it.
wanted to ask, right, when like I know you started out a while ago. So for instance, for now, a person getting started, what would you consider be the best route to for them to generate actual leads?
So I'll tell you guys a story. I've been in the credit space for 15 years, right? So this is the truth. And so when I first started, social media wasn't a big thing, right? And so I literally was like giving out business cards and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I first started. And so now I feel like this is you got customers at the tip of your finger. It's just from a post. You ain't got to go nowhere. I literally had people putting cards on people's cars. This is how back in the day I used to do it. And so I say all that to say now, that you have your customers. It's just one post away, right, from your customers. And so generating leads, I just say on your social media, being consistent, being a resource, posting resources on there. That TikTok stuff works. I'm not even heavily on TikTok yet. I gotta actually start. When I know you was on the class, Sean, when we did with the girl Destiny, and I
Yeah.
was actually looking at her stuff. Like, people are making a lot of money on TikTok. So that's like one of my goals next month to start posting on TikTok. But just even those reels and stuff on Instagram, again, education is the biggest thing. My most viral post is when I post me and my husband, and I'm talking about building wealth as a couple, or if I post about my kids, and this is real stuff that I've done. And like, so my kids, I have older kids. My son is 23. When he bought a house, he just bought a house in November. I posted that he bought a house at 22 years. He was at 22 when he bought the house. When I tell you that video has millions of views, it's millions of
Mm.
views, because guess what? They're like, how did this little boy, people that's grown it and buy, I mean, he's grown, but people that's 40 hasn't purchased the house. So I'm like, basically I put my son on my credit cards when he was 11, and I built this credit, and now his credit is this, and that's what I did. And I just basically gave them a step by step. And so, Sean, for you got a son. And so I would say, make a video with your son going in the bank. Like, I just added my son to my credit card, or whatever the case may be. Like, I'm building his credit. Like, people want to do, because guess what? People don't know that they can actually do that stuff. I guarantee you post something like with your son, and post like you're building his credit up, or posting that you're, setting up his LLC, trust funds and stuff. That shit's gonna go crazy.
That's what I appreciate that OD because
It's gonna go crazy.
I literally just got posted my son on the football field the other day, and I would say he's off to college next year, so he watches, he hears me doing this credit, and I already definitely he's on all my credit cards.
Post it.
All
Post
right,
post
cool.
Yo, that's heavy. If y'all listen to what she just said too. Remember, I'm a listener.
Post it. When I tell you that, go look on my page. Look at the analytics, and I don't have a whole bunch of stuff because believe it or not, I'm type A, and so if I don't like a video after a certain amount of time, I'll take it down. But if you go on my video and you look at the analytics of the videos, look at the one with me and my husband. I think we had on green and white walking. That's like one of my highest views. And then it's another one with my daughter. And I talked about my daughter having over 100K in credit at 18, which is the truth because she has over 100K in credit. And then my son, they're my three top videos on my page. Go look at the analytics on the page, and I'm telling you, that kid stuff is going to always go viral. Anything with kids, anything building generational wealth, opening businesses, all that stuff that you have knowledge about, post what you know about. You don't got to reinvent the wheel, Sean. You know your shit. And so it's just, You talk about funding. I opened up a business showing you got hella funding. I got over $200,000 in funding doing X, Y, and Z. People want money. People want to see these stuff. And so again, you're educating people. You're placing yourself as the authority. And so once you do that, your shit gonna go bananas. I promise you.
Right.
Yo, I want y'all to hear what she just said too. Her kid bought a house at 21. Her 18-year-old daughter has $100,000 in credit. Like, look, this is just way beyond credit repair,
And
right?
again, it goes back to relatability because guess what these people want to do? They see this stuff and they're in their mind, oh, I need to do this for my kid. I need to do this for my child. How do I want to connect with this person? Because guess what? I don't know how to do it. So I need to connect with her because she's done it.
That's
And
fine.
so again, that's your clients because guess what? They want to do it.
That's fire. Y'all, and look, now y'all know somebody who's done it. Okay? Like, look, that's dream come true type of shit, right? Having kids that's buying houses and having banging credit, like, look, man, congrats to that. That's huge. But yeah, yo, and look for y'all that don't know Sean, he's a monster. He's over there in New York City in his tank top, sitting on like 50 credit cards and over $400,000. And Jen right now is getting him like another probably half a million in SBA funding, and he's just chilling. Okay, everybody, just take a look at Sean real quick. Yo, Sean, say hello. That's Sean sitting on a half a milli right next to Jen,
And
chilling on the balcony.
Sean loaded. Sean loaded on this joint. He just Sean low key sitting on a half a milli right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Look, we on some different shit here, man.
I'm not
Look,
going. I'm gonna just want to say one more thing. Jen is really, yo, Patrik introduced me to her. He's like, yo, Sean, I got somebody. I got the person for you. Trust me, I got it. He put me on the phone. I remember one day we was talking. Then she was like, yo, you want to get some money? Go to Florida. I called her. Yo, I'm in Florida. Next day in Florida, called Pat. Pat picked me up. We went to the bank. I'm on my way back to catch my flight, and I left with 15,000 by her recommendation going to the bank. Anything she tell me, I'm doing.
yo, without hesitation, he literally jumped on a
He
plane and,
literally
and he called me. He's like, yo, Pat, I'm over here. I did here. I'm like, what the fuck? You're here already, bro? I went, scooped him up, took him to the bank. Me and him went, opened the accounts, did all that. I didn't even get time to have
Sean,
lunch with his
Sean,
ass because he
Sean,
was on
Sean,
the
is-
next flight.
Sean is a monster. Sean got a money. He about to go to Delaware. He about to drive to Delaware for money. Like it's so many different, so that's another thing. And we can talk forever about different streams with, with credit. But like I said, if I haven't given Patrick, I just opened back up. Like I told you, I just had a baby. I had a school mentorship. I was doing that and I kind of one of the things about me, like I know when I'm at my capacity. And so when I was pregnant, I was kind of like trying to scale because I was school, I was like presenting twice a week and it just became a lot for me. And so I just opened back up my school membership. So I dropped it in the chat. And so I'll be going live on school. I don't have my mentorship yet. I don't have it back up yet fully, but I will be doing my school community. So if you guys want to connect, I love for you guys to join and yeah, let's continue to build. But that was just a sidebar. Any more questions?
Yeah, we got Gracita.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, guys. Jen, um, I know you said you have a baby. I have I have a baby too. I have a 6 months old and just got done the business and I had to go to Dallas. I travel with her and then I brought my husband to babysit so I can attend the event. So my
Yeah,
question is I know you add your kids or your credit card. I have a 16-year-old son. He's on one of my credit card, which is with Navy Federal. How do you check his credit score? How can I check his credit score?
the same way you check anybody else's. You got to make him an account. If he's 16, he can you can make him an identity IQ and stuff or whatever, smart credit, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, you can check it
Okay.
out. Some stuff like American Express, my baby he's 2 months. I literally have him on my American Express now. And so
Hmm.
some credit cards you don't have to be 11 or 12. It depends on the that's what I was just getting into. So it depends on the credit card. Amex doesn't have a it doesn't have an age limit. It just depends. I think Navy Federal is 12. I know Capital One is like 8 or something like that. And so it just depends on the credit card. You company,
Okay.
I don't know them all off the back of my head, but if you call you whatever credit card you have, they'll tell you how old your child gotta be.
Okay. So yeah, I have Navy Federal. He's on my Navy Federal. My other question is, I have three clients. Well, they're not clients yet, three leads. We on the phone. They said they were ready to get started. So I sent them the link to get started and everything. It's been a week now. I haven't heard anything. So how do you follow up with those clients? With
Um,
those leads to become a client?
I mean, you got to have a funnel for that. And so when somebody's saying that they're ready, I think somebody says, no, I got American Express Platinum. And so they definitely, there's no age limit on it. I think somebody was asking, was it 13? So for me, I don't physically follow up. I just put them inside of a funnel. And so like my lead magnet right now has been a text message. And so when they text or whatever, they come inside of my Go High level and basically if they don't join or whatever the case may be, it texts them, it emails them. So it's a sequence of, communication with them to just keep following up.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I would tell you, if you don't have like automations and stuff in place, especially when you're growing, but right now, if you don't have a lot of clients and you don't have time, I would definitely send them a text like, hey, I know you were super excited to start your credit repair journey. How can I help you start today? I would just send them because that's basically what my automation says. And then so they'll reply back. Sometimes it's finance and stuff like that. And then I'll be like, oh, well, my if they say they don't have the money right now, oh, we have Afterpay and we have Klarna, like you can split the payment into 4 payments. And sometimes they don't even know that. And so we'll send if that's the objection, or if it's a time and like, oh, well, when do you think you'll be ready? And then like the system pretty much automatically is going to follow up. If they say they'll be ready next month, it'll of email in a month. But Anne is on here. She can Anne is on here. I know she does, sets everybody up with the automation team and stuff like that. So if you need that, Patrick and them definitely can help you. But yeah, it's just having the right system in place.
Okay. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And congratulations on the baby.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Fire. All right. Zoom user. I'm sorry. I'm horrible at names, but Pretty Smile, you're next.
Okay, it's Delinda. I don't know how to get my name on there, but it's always Zoom user. But I wanted to ask, what outsourced companies do you all suggest or recommend?
This one right here.
Okay.
I wouldn't know who else to recommend but myself.
Yeah, Patrick definitely has a great
Okay.
outsourcing team. One of my teams, I have a few different teams, but I definitely use one of his outsourcing teams now. His outsourcing team now for some of my clients. And
Okay.
so they're great. I've had a great experience, but my other ones, it just like I said, it just depends. And like I told you before, it just you gotta see who fits you. And so with any of this stuff, it's like you're their boss, right? And so you're interviewing them, you're going to talk to them, you're going to ask them questions because at the end of the day, you're still, regardless of outsourcing, you're still responsible, right? For these
Mhm.
people stuff because they're paying you the money. They're not paying the outsourcing team. And so
Right.
um asking them certain questions like if it's a bankruptcy, like how do you handle this dispute, because these are things you want to know because these are things that's going to come up. And so I've had to train like my teams to like, because I really know how to do credit repair myself, like. And so a lot of people, I tell people, let me rewind back a little bit. I tell people you got to learn this business first before you outsource anybody, right? Because if you
Right.
outsource and you don't know what's supposed to be done, how are you going to manage them, or measure your KPIs? And so you have to learn exactly what letters are going to get bankruptcies off, what letters are going to get repos off, what letters are going to get collections off. You have to learn these things yourself prior to you outsourcing, because guess what? Then you can make sure that those letters that they're sending out are aligned with that. Basically, they're just doing the hard work for you. Basically, they're just doing the letters, but you have to kind of tell them what it is you want done, if that makes sense.
Okay. It
Because
does.
you're their boss at the end of the day.
Okay.
Straight up. All right, we got Tiffany.
Hey guys.
Hi. I'm gonna come inside because it's like so dark now.
So, I think the biggest struggle that I'm having, is my audience, is just not pulling through. Kind of like what she was just saying at what, not actually coming through with the leads, but I want to change my audience. I've been told before it's definitely like the people that follow me don't aren't too interested in actually coming up. I want to say, like, fixing their credit, or they're just content where they're at. How and you were just talking about flyers, and I'm like, I'm trying to get flyers, I'm trying to get more business cards,
Yeah,
and
you
but
don't want those
what would you
flyers. You want to, not to cut you off because I know where you're going with this, so I will stop you right then and there. I want you to understand that they are not, if they're not ready, they're not your client, right?
right?
They're not your client. And so you want to focus on the people that's actually ready. There are people that are actually ready. And so it just depends on the type of content that you're posting, and stuff like that. Those AI flyers, like I said, I tell people all the time, I got so many people that reach out to me. I used to do mentorship before. And so my mentees, or everybody's now into these AI flyers, and they ask me
Mm-hmm.
the same question. Oh, my flyers are not converted. And that's why, because everybody's content looks the same now. It's no
Yeah.
authenticity at this point. And so you got to make sure that your flyers are authentic, and just be you. Get on there. I think you was on here the other day. You got kids or something?
I'm always on here.
Yeah.
I've been
You
really
said that you had
lately, I've
kids
been
or
on it.
something. You said you had
I have two sons,
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
remember you
pregnant
said that.
now.
Yeah, and I remember you said that the other day, but even that, like, hey, having a baby, I'm ready to add this baby to my credit card or whatever the case,
Yeah.
certain things, again, you want to be relatable. That AI content is getting, is even the algorithm on social media is pushing it to the bottom because it all looks the same.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Be
All right.
relatable, be relatable, mamas. That's all you got to do. If they're not ready to convert, they're not your client. And you have to realize the average customer takes 9 times to be converted as well. And so that means they have to look at your stuff. So when they're looking at your stuff, you want to make sure that you're giving them quality stuff and not a bunch of
Yeah.
AI flyers. And I
Yeah.
understand because I went through that when I was pregnant. It's just that I had enough. I had already had, because I was able to take off, a lot when I was pregnant, because I had already had, at that point I had like almost like 2,800 clients. And so I wasn't too pressed to be getting a whole bunch of clients because I didn't want to have that much. I was trying to take stuff off my plate, so to speak. And so I didn't really focus on posting a lot of content and stuff while I was pregnant. But now that I'm back posting content, I'm definitely not using that stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Take a little suggestion on that too. I find that when you align yourself with people that need help, you don't have to look for clients
Yeah.
because they need your help. So look for the people that need help, right? People who want to buy a house, get with mortgage brokers, right? People who want to buy cars, talk to dealerships, you feel me? So just align yourself with people who need you and you won't have to pressure anybody to even be a client.
Facts. I love that.
Thank you so much, guys. I love these classes. I'm always trying to jump on when I
And
can.
good luck with
Yeah,
the baby.
we
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Congratulations too.
Thank you.
That's what's up. Roxy, what's up?
Hi, good evening, guys. My name's Roxy. So I have a couple of questions. So I do want to talk about pricing strategies. What pricing models scaled best for you guys at the beginning, or the best for profit?
So my beginning was a long time ago, obviously. So now
Right,
I'm actually changing my pricing again. And so I want you guys to understand, and I'm gonna say this to you guys, and this will be one of my things that I live by. It's not a one size fits all thing with entrepreneurship. You're going to have to see what works for you, right? And so
right,
sometimes you got to pivot and sometimes you got to change. Right now, I have three different packages. I got a $400 package, which is like 1 to 4 items, a $600 package, which is like 5 to 10 items, and then $1,000 package is like 10. It's too many packages. I'm saying all that to say it's too many packages. And so I've been getting a lot lately, like people are messaging like, I don't know which package to pick, right? Because that's above my client's head, right? Because they don't, if they knew how many negative items they had, if they knew, they probably wouldn't have them, right? And so
right.
that's above them. And so I'm like, no, we just need to do one price. And so I'm like, no, I'm gonna do one package for this amount of price, and then it's a couple package. So you got two options. So guess what that's gonna do? You have no choice but to know, because it's one, you have one option. It's either it's you and or it's you and a spouse. That's it.
Right. How do you know when your prices are too low or too high for the work that you provide?
So I never feel like I feel like I it's funny that you say this. I feel like right now I don't I feel like my prices is never too high, right? Because I know that
Right.
I get value. And so if I want to charge $3,000, I feel like I can get it, right? But
Right.
I try to be relatable to I try to be relatable to, I mean, to be affordable for my clients. And so that's why I can service more clients. Now I see people in CRC, no shade, that say that they charge $20 a client, $25 for credit repair. I don't open my eyes for $25 in the morning, respectfully. I'm not being smart.
Right.
I'm not getting out the bed for $25. I'm not. My time is not worth it. People can't have a conversation with me for $25, respectfully.
Right.
So
Yeah.
my time costs. And so I have to, for me, I have a team, right? I have my assistants, I have my outsourcing team. Like, we're paying to mail things. I'm paying for my CRC software. I also use Dispute Fox software. So I'm paying a lot of different expenses. And so for me, it got to make sense because I'm writing on my expenses. So basically, you just got to go with your overhead and see what you're paying, right now, to see what makes sense.
Right.
Some people like to do the down payment and like the $99 a month thing. That's really popular in the credit repair space. People people like the recurring money coming in each month. For me personally, I have too many clients, so that doesn't work for me. And I feel like that's just another job. That's like a whole nother position. And when we were doing that, I felt like, I had a whole person that just was working on billing, which I felt like was just, it just was, it was a waste of time, right? We're chasing people down for $99 a month. Like, I would rather have that person focusing on getting more clients. And so it just wasn't worth it for me. But again, you got to do
Right.
what works for you. But that is very popular in there. I see people, between 300, 400, $500, that's comparable. But look at the competition, look what other people are doing, and see what they're charging, and then put yourself in the middle. But as long as you're giving value, if you want to charge $2,000, charge it. It's less clients you got to get, to be honest.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
I agree with that. Just never go too low. That's one thing I see a lot of people doing is they want to go low because maybe they feel insecure because they're not getting clients, right? But here's the
Right.
why do people buy Gucci? Because of the perceived value, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could have the knockoff right next to it, and more people still go by the one with the perceived value. So look, I get that question a lot. Like, how much do I charge? That's one question I'd never like to answer because I always say charge where you feel you're worth. Just never go too low. Go
Right.
higher. I got one
Right.
girl. She Atiana, some of y'all know her. We were talking and she told me her price. I'm like, yo, you're way worth way more than that. Your new price is 750, right? For like the flat rate. And she switched it that night. The next morning, she got like three signups at 750, right? So don't don't go too low. You feel me?
Yeah, experience is expensive. Somebody just said that experience is expensive, right? So I'm coming with, and I tell people all the time, I'm not a credit repair specialist. I'm a person. I'm a credit strategist, and so I'm not just fixing your credit. I'm not just removing items. I'm structuring your file for you to be able to get approved. So many people, think that it's just about credit repair. No, you're changing these people's lives. You're getting them approved. You're doing things for them that they can't do for themselves. And so again, it goes back to the original conversation with that client to know what they want to do. And so you're giving them value. And so whether I'm telling you, like, hey, you may need to add a trade line. You may need to, whatever the case may be, you may need to pay this credit card down. So I'm not just going and taking stuff off their files. I'm actually advising them exactly what it needs, exactly what it is they need to do to get to their goal.
That's fire. And we had one question like, how do you stay in compliance by charging all up front? Listen, you're charging up front for the processing and for the onboarding. The credit repair could be free at that point. You feel me? So I know there's a lot of gray area there. People like, oh, how do you charge up front? You're not charging up front for the credit repair. You're charging for the processing. You feel me?
Charging for the process, and you're being a consultant because you're being a
Mhm.
financial, at this point, I'm your credit consultant. So I'm consulting you. And so you're paying my consulting fee. You're not paying
Yep.
for credit repair.
I
I
know
don't
y'all
do
put
free consultations. I don't do anything, nothing. Yeah, I don't do anything for free. Nothing is free. Nothing on my website are you getting free. The only thing free you gonna get is on social media. That's free. Again, I'm not doing nothing for free. I can't call the electric company and tell them that I want this for free. Like nothing in life is free. At this economy, gas is $5 a gallon. I'm not doing nothing for free. Respectfully, I'm not.
And she got to put 93 in her shit.
Yeah, I'm not. I gotta. My fucking car
Mm.
is expensive. Like I'm not. I
Put
got bills to
93.
pay. Like y'all got bills to pay. So I wouldn't advise you to get on the phone with nobody because guess what? They're going. I'm losing my voice too, y'all. They're going to. If you do free consultations, I guarantee you, your book gonna be so full. Your book gonna be full because guess what? People gonna get on there and waste your fucking time. No, it's no free nothing. If you want to work with me, it's two ways to work with me: pay my price and pay my price. That's it.
Yo,
I know that's right.
this
That's
is
it.
Jen. Okay, this is Jen, guys. Okay,
Pay
remember,
my price.
she's being her. She's not over here like, oh, guys, look, as sweet as she is as stern as she is when it comes to business.
Pay my price. I'm not talking to you. I'm not. You'll get maybe two or three answers out of the DM for me. Once you if you're not asking for that link, I'm like bye. Like you're not.
You can talk about nothing. Goodbye.
You don't want nothing. Like you about to sit here.
I
You
have
about
I
to
Yo,
have
sit here.
a
You about
I
to
but
sit
have
here,
here.
another
look,
question.
I just want to bring one thing up. But she's here pouring into y'all. So you see what the difference is. She won't do what she doesn't want to do, but what she wants to do, she will do. You feel
Yeah,
me?
no. Yeah, exactly. And that's the truth too. I tell people all the time, you pay me or you pay for your day. Go ahead and clear it. Think that you about to get, if I charge you $1,000 and you got $30,000 off a day, you didn't came off for $29,000. You owe these people money. And this is what I tell these people all the time. You get mad because you got to pay me like you didn't run up these fucking bills. You owe these damn money.
I know that's right.
Rain
Like,
on
like you owe the money. Like you forgot that. Like this ain't you didn't this is wasn't fucking fraud. You really owe these people money. Like, pay them or
Right.
pay me.
them.
Simple.
Yo, straight up, yo.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I tell them that all the time. They get on the phone, they like, oh, this is okay. Well, pay your bills then. Pay your bills then. Have a blessed one. I'm not about to go back and forth with you.
Yo, love it. Love it. Hey, look, this is her authentic self, guys. Try to put AI on that. You can't. You can't put an AI on what all the shit she just said, right? Manny, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
Chilling, brother. How you doing?
Okay, I had two questions, but right now I only have one because the one was already answered. And that was like with the either memberships or paying up front and stuff like that, what works the best, and I kind of got the gist of it. But my other question is, okay, so I work with a company that helps, well, they do some certain things and they report loans to like corporations and stuff like that. And there's not a lot of people that do that. It's actually me and maybe you guys know him. It's Ron, the lender from the California. He does the West Coast. I do the East Coast. I kind of don't have a way to advertise that, and I kind of give a lot of value when it comes to that because I could get a paydex score like that to 80, 85, like in 45 days, and reporting these loans and stuff like that. Um, excuse me.
No, somebody must have came off mute. I'm listening to you.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I just don't know how to because I've helped people from my clients, but not everybody has a business. Not everybody knows about business credit and stuff like that. So it's kind of like I kind of have something good, but I just don't know how to
You got to
either.
teach them. You got to teach them. Because if they don't have a business, you got to realize that a lot of people want businesses and a lot of people don't know that if so you pick, I tell people all the time, you pick your target audience, right? And so if that's the space you want to focus in, you got to talk to business owners. And so my marketing would be we got this credit profile to 85 paydex score and tell them what they can get when they get that score. Now this client can get approved for 200K in funding, 500K in funding, whatever it is. And so you're speaking to the audience that you want to attract. And so you're going to, once you start speaking to that audience, they're going to come. When I tell you 90% of my clientele, maybe I'll say 80% of my clientele are business owners because I talk a lot about business funding. And so a lot of them are business, they want business funding, but they don't have the credit, right? And so they're calling me, they'll book a call because my business consultation call is 150. Again, I'm not getting on no call for free. So when they get on the phone with me and they're talking, oh, I want business funding and you got a fucking 500 credit score. No, you're gonna sell you credit repair now. And so I'm saying all that to say this is a lifelong client now because I got to fix your credit, I got to structure your file, and then I'm gonna get you funded. And so I'm going back to you. If you're helping people to get this paydex score, then you should be rolling them right over to funding, but you need to advertise that hey, once you and if you don't know how to get funding, Patrik is a great resource. I'm a great resource for funding and things like that. And so once I get you to this 85 paydex score, now I can get you funded for $250,000.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So they want to know once they get that payday score, what's the next step? And again, I keep preaching, you're the authority, so you have to tell them because they don't know.
Okay. So not only post like in my social media, like what I do with the credit repair and stuff like that, which I've been doing for about like 5 years, but the business side, I've been doing it for like almost 3 years, and yeah, I just haven't had like the grasp of starting to do videos or where to start or even if to target that or
Are you
whatever.
do you like talking your videos?
What was that?
Do you like talking your videos when you make videos?
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm talking all day.
Just talk about it. 30 seconds. Hey, this client just, we just got this score, the 85 paydex score. What this means, we can get you approved, no PG funding with X, Y, and Z.
Oh,
Brother,
okay. I got a very good question. I got because that's something that's messing me up. Okay, so I have a problem that I could close the clients. I'm getting a lot of clients that just either they just don't have the money. I don't know if because I'm running ads as well, and I'm getting a lot of leads, like maybe like 15 leads, 12 leads, 8 leads a day. And I'm getting messages on WhatsApp and Messenger from my ads. Are those people getting targeted because of my price being low, or should I have like a 700 package and target people that have that money?
Are they converting with the low price?
Well, I'm charging $100 a month. Basically, I'm doing like the membership type
How
stuff.
many how many clients are you getting with that?
Well, I get maybe like 8, 9 a week, if that. Maybe 5 to 9 a week.
So I do think your prices are too low again, because at 100, I mean, and it depends on your goals. At 100, say if you want to make 10K a month, that's a lot of clients you got to get at $99 a month, and so I do ads and stuff as well. But ads are just basically like random people, like, you know what I mean? It's not the algorithm is basically they're doing it. You know how social media works, like the algorithm, they looked at something with credit report before,
Hmm.
so that's why the algorithm is showing them your page. But sometimes, and believe it or not, sometimes people see stuff that's cheap, that don't they might get kind of scared, like, why is it so cheap? It's too good to be true. And so think about it, like sometimes you see stuff online and you look at it like that's too good to be true. And so you
Hmm.
might have to raise your prices a little bit to make it, because again, if your goal is 10K a month and you got 10 clients at $1,000, you only need 10 clients. And so you could do that in a week. But again, you're making yourself a authority. You've been doing it. You got time in, and so credit. Like, it's not like you don't know it. And if you're talking, make videos. I don't know what type of videos you stuff, but like I said, I don't know if you guys, them flyers and stuff don't convert. People want to hear. They want to talk. Do talk and tell them why that they should pick you. Why look at Patrik has a great video on his funnels, where he's talking about, funding and what he does and credit. People want to know because they don't know. They don't know. So they want to know what you do, who you are, where you come from, and why you're doing it. A simple
Hmm.
video like that for an ad, I'm telling you, you will convert all day.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
I've had the same ad for like a year and a half and never changed it. And I probably get probably between 20 and 30 leads a day. My ad spend is pretty high, so I'll convert like maybe like between like 5 and 6 will convert over a day.
Okay.
But it's the same video. And so once you get a video, I tell people and I can drop the video. I can probably drop the video in the chat. Um make videos, and whatever is like your most viral video or you feel like people resonate the most, that's your ad because people already interact. You know, that's the video that people like. So that's people. So just now you just want to get it in front of other audiences.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so
It
much.
don't, it don't got to be a perfect
And
ad. It don't got to have perfect lighting. And believe it or not, people, that stuff is unrelatable. It ain't got
Oh
you ain't
no,
got
like when it comes to videos, I'm an editor, so I do
yeah.
edits, I
It
do
ain't gotta be
everything.
it ain't gotta be perfect. Talk your shit, make it go viral, and then run your ad. I'm telling you that's gonna be the best ad that you have.
Okay.
Don't
yo,
overthink it.
drop your
A lot of
man.
times we overthink it. Don't overthink it. Be yourself. You've been in this business, so I know that you know what you're doing and what you're talking about. Just show it.
Okay.
But I want you to definitely tap in with that funding stuff because you got something good.
Oh yeah.
You got something good.
Yo, and then drop your handle in the chat. My man Sean wants to get link up with you. Sean's another monster, so
Okay.
yeah,
Perfect.
drop your social in the chat.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, man. We got Cash. She's another team member. What's up, girl?
Sorry about that. Hey, how y'all doing? I
Hello.
just got out of workouts. Hey Jen, I wanted to
All right.
ask, you did mention about like the flyers when you just got started and well, when you first got started and all of that. How do you feel like about that in today's world? Because I'm just getting into like the social media posting thing. Personally, I don't feel like the social media thing works for me. But how do you feel about that versus like footwork, word of mouth, things like that?
I mean, word of mouth is always great, you know what I'm saying, if you got people, but you don't want to with the internet, you're opened up to the entire country, right? And so you don't
Right.
limit yourself to just your demographic. Believe it or not, I tell people all the time that people that don't know you is going to support you more than the people that know you, in my experience. And so you don't want to cap
Hmm.
yourself on just, your demographic and people like around you. And so that's why social media works because again, people need your services all over the country. It's I can't service everybody. Patrick can't service everybody. Everybody is so many people with bad credit. And so you don't want to limit your clientele. I mean, the local stuff is good. Get some money anywhere, but definitely post on social media. You just probably don't have the following and stuff yet. And you don't even, I tell people all the time, you don't even have to have a big following to make a lot of money. Like my following, I don't feel like people think my following is huge, but it's not. I only got 58,000 followers. I don't think that that's a lot of followers. I made $1.3 million in a year. And so that's way more than, you know what I'm saying? Like, so,
Yeah.
uh, and all 58,000 people are not my clients. And so I'm saying on it to say a
Right.
small portion of them people made me the money that I made.
So just basically just keep posting.
Show up, show up,
Keep posting.
show up.
Cause
It
like
compounds over
so
time. It compounds over time. Like, yo, like
hmm
what you do
Believe
today
it or
is
not,
it's
they
daily
watching.
habits.
Whether they like it or not,
hmm
whether they engage, they're watching. They're watching. Trust me. You gotta keep showing up. They're waiting for a little inconsistency. They're waiting for you to stop posting because guess what?
hmm
Like I know I shouldn't have. I'm glad I didn't mess with her because she didn't stop already. You know what I mean? Keep showing up
Yeah.
every day. Show
So
up.
look, this is what I did. So I got like a local page, Facebook page where I got like my home, all the people that like the local people. So I made like a completely different Facebook page where I don't know anybody on there. They don't really know me. And I'm trying to turn that into like a business page, if that makes sense. So
You probably gotta start on your personal page.
start on a personal page.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have all them different pages. Like I don't got the capacity to be running those 5 pages. Like everything.
Well, I don't be on my personal page. That's the thing. They so
But
toxic over there. I just
it's okay. Because you're gonna start your algorithm gonna start weaning them out. It's okay.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay. Especially if your page is open and public, like it's gonna start showing if your page is open and public, it's gonna start showing it to other people.
Okay.
You don't care about them people unless they paying.
Right, for sure, for sure.
No, you don't
Okay,
care
so
about the
I'll
people
just keep running the
unless they
ads and keep paying for the ads. That's fine.
if you're not making money off the ads, you need to join my community in school. We're gonna be talking about ads and stuff like that. I'm gonna really talk about like marketing and stuff like that. And like how I
Okay.
run ads and stuff like that. But no, not if you're not making money off the ads, no, I don't want you to run no ads. We need to dive into ads.
Okay.
Yeah, Jen, I
That's
need to
all
tell
I had.
you.
Thank you.
Because you want to, I don't want you wasting money.
Right.
I
And I
had dropped
mean,
my
I've
I
been,
dropped my school thing in there. We're gonna be meeting once a week. We're gonna do Zooms once a week, but we're gonna talk about ads and social media content creation and stuff like that. To to help build you guys profiles. So I think I dropped it in the chat. Patrick dropped it in the chat. But whenever
I'll
Patrick
join.
invites me,
That's-
I definitely will come here for free and talk to you guys too. As much as I can.
Okay. Thank y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that well, I know that there's some kind of recipe to the ads because last time I got it, all I got was a bunch of weirdos and shit
Yeah, right.
sending me. I had a 80-year-old lady sending me news at 3 o'clock in the morning and shit. I'm like, what the
You gotta,
Guys,
yeah,
I've
you
never
gotta.
connected my
Ads is
WhatsApp to.
definitely the ads is definitely a thing, and like I said, you guys don't even have to believe it or not. I don't even have. I went through so many markets. This is the funny thing. I went through so many. I paid when I say thousands and thousands and twenties of thousands of dollars to marketing teams to do this and to do that, and nobody never gave me the results. I ran my own ads and made so much money off of the ads. So I've kind of perfected it. When I feel like people are not coming to doing what I need them to do and I'm paying money for it, I'm a eventually figure it out on my own. And that's what I did. And so with the ads, I'm a monster with the ads for sure.
I love it when she talks shit like that.
And I'm not, and I don't want to run y'all ads. I don't want to charge y'all to run your ads. Like I said, I'll teach y'all. Y'all join my school. I'll teach y'all. I don't want to run your ads. I'm gonna teach y'all how to do it because then I feel like I'm the type of entrepreneur. I feel like you need to know how to do everything in your business. You can't hire somebody if you don't know how to do it yourself. And that's what frustrated me with paying people for ads because I didn't know what was supposed to be done. So I'm paying this money depending on people and wasn't nothing getting done because I didn't know what was supposed to be done. And so I learned it. Once I learned it myself, I've been doing it myself.
You need to know enough to know what you need. All right, so who's next? Manny, I don't know if you're next or if you still had your hand up from last time. I know Marielle. What's up, girl? She's another one on the team.
Hi everyone. Sorry I joined a little bit late here. Let me switch this camera. I was here doing laundry. But I wanted to just come on here and say my what I'm struggling with right now is I kind of stumbled across credit repair because I was able to delete some stuff off my credit and I went through paying people thousands of dollars, never being able to really get the collections off. Thanks to Patrick for putting me on and kind of pushing me. I was able to buy a house and just off of me doing stories. So I'm like a ghost on Instagram. I don't like posting. I don't like sharing my personal life, but I've made just little posts here and there, nothing crazy. And I've seen the impact that that has and just the money that I've generated. And I understand the impact without even me even trying. Obviously, I'm doing the outsourcing with P, and those people they text me every day. Like they it's like they work for me, but they hold me accountable because I have a lot going on. So I'm a mother of three. I'm a single parent. I am in the corporate world. I also have like technology consulting, but what I'm saying is the results that I've seen off of very minimal effort is making me want to create like an exit strategy. Like I feel like I have too much going on, but I want to make a goal to just really lock in with this credit stuff. Because I just know I have it in me, and I just be talking my shit. I'm super confident. I'll charge someone $3,000, and I know that I'll be able to get it.
Shit, charge me
Um,
5,000.
so I'll charge 10, at this point. Like if I and because that's my team, I've seen the results and I know what I have. But my thing is, what do you recommend when if somebody is coming off of like just doing this part-time and I want to create an exit strategy? Like I said, I'm a brand new homeowner, I have a lot going on. So I
Build it
don't
up.
just want to quit.
Yeah, you don't want to just quit, but so I say to so I'm gonna give you two answers, right? So I'm gonna give you the corporate answer and then I'm gonna give you the real answer. And so the corporate answer, I would say, build your business up into the amount of money you feel like you're comfortable in making a month. And and then, leave your job. For me, I left my job. When I left my job with like no plan. And I feel like sometimes we gotta put ourselves in uncomfortable situations. And I'm not telling you this to quit your job tomorrow. And you be like, Jen told me to quit. Sometimes we got to be uncomfortable to figure it out, right? So you a mom, so I know you gonna figure that shit out, right? You're super confident, so you gonna figure that shit out. Because guess what? That being shy on social media, you gonna say, no, I gotta pay this mortgage, I gotta feed these babies, so I'm gonna post on social media. That's gonna break you out your comfort zone. Hustle your business like you ain't got that income coming in. Sometimes when people have income, 9 to 5 income coming in, they get comfortable with it, and they get content, it becomes a crutch. Don't let that be a crutch. Keep your job, but keep your 9 to 5 to build your dream. And so while you doing that, act like that fucking money don't exist. Keep building, post on social media, and scale your shit up so you can leave that job.
Yeah, thank you. I feel like I needed to hear that. And what you mentioned earlier, I feel like we hold ourselves back.
Yeah.
Because at any time and I'll vouch for P like wherever and to whoever. So it's like I'll ask him a question and he's like, what do you think? Or you tell me the answer. And it's like, okay, like I do have the answers. And if I don't have the answers, I know where to get them. But like to your point, it's just like a safety blanket there that's I feel like is holding me back, you know.
Mentally tell yourself, you got to put it in your mind. Mentally tell yourself that whatever, whether it's putting that money in a savings account and seeing if you can make enough money to really pay your bills on your own.
Yeah, and I feel like it's holding me back. Like I work remote, I do work from home, so I have like my regular 9 to 5, and then I'm a government contractor, like independent consulting. So with my independent consulting, like IT business, and then with the credit stuff, I just know, I'm more than confident that I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But being uncomfortable and just making the time to learn too, because it's like, oh my gosh, like I have to prioritize. Like, am I
Yeah.
gonna keep pushing time for something it's okay money? I'm not gonna lie, I don't make $40,000 a year. I make decent money, but with the credit and funding, I know I could probably make my salary in a month. If I really get dedicated to it.
No, for sure, for sure. Yeah, just like I said, scale it to enough where you can start making like I said, whatever it is that's comfortable for you for a month. You know what I mean? Whatever is comfortable, whatever that number is, and once you get to hit that number, then you know that it's only gonna go up from there. You're not gonna go down.
Yeah, and I'm already. It's crazy. Like I'm forced to do this. It's like a source or something because the people that I have helped, I get recommendations. So it's like by word of mouth. I got like 3 or 4 clients just off of like somebody that I had worked with and saw results like on the first round. So this is really like it's not a scam. It's not like, the the need is there, I guess, for this credit repair and funding.
Your word of mouth is going to be your best clientele. The people that have experience, people that have experienced you, people that you've given value to, they're going to send people. That's going to be your best marketing.
Yeah.
That's going
Thank
that's
you,
going to
everyone.
be
Yeah,
that's going to be ads every single day. I promise you.
that's right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We got you. Roxy, what's up, Roxy?
Hi, thank you for answering another question. I had another question. What systems did you guys put in place before scaling?
What was the question?
I'm sorry. What systems did you guys put in place before scaling?
What do you mean systems? Like,
Like, before you started scaling, what is something that you had to have in place before you were like, okay, I know that this is what's gonna work out for me?
honestly, it's a continuous process. Like it's not one thing that scale, just having stuff to track your clients. Like I use Go High Level like for marketing and for like lead magnets. And so whenever, my ads and stuff are running, like they come into GHL so I can market it to them. But it's nothing specific. Scaling is just basically continuing to grow your business and like how you're going to market it. But I always tell people, well, marketing, you don't want to market to them and then you don't have anywhere for it to go. And so your ads should be going into your CRM, so that once you have them in your database, they're yours. And so again, I keep telling people once they enter their information into your stuff, that's your audience at this point. And so what Pat, what's your motto? What you say, buy, what you say, what you tell them to do? Buy it or you die or something. What
Oh yeah, they either buy, yeah, buy or die, pretty much. Like I stay on them. You
Yeah,
gotta stay on them.
once they once they're in your funnel and stuff like that, you're continuously marketing. But as you're scaling, you definitely have to have a CRM in place. You definitely have to have, help. Like the solopreneur is really, really hard. And so once you start scaling, make sure you're building yourself a team that can help you because it's extremely hard building a business, especially a credit repair business by yourself. Like it's almost impossible. And so once you start making money, just invest it back into the business. A lot of times people don't want to invest their money back into their business. Get you a assistant, get you somebody that can help. Maybe start outsourcing. Maybe get your like I said, your CRM, start running your ads and stuff like that. You got to pour back into your business. Money is currency. I tell people all the time, it's supposed to keep moving. Like, so holding your money in your account, yeah, it's great to have a nice amount of money in your account, but investing that money back in your business is going to keep on making, it's going to make you more money.
100%. And here's what I would say. Just pay attention to your business. Your business will tell you what it needs, right? Like you got to identify your ceilings. Okay? Like you have, and to me what a ceiling is like you'll reach 10K and then be comfortable. You'll be cool, but that's your new ceiling, right? You have to think, okay, I'm here now. What do I need in order to get to the 20K? So, what Jen had told me before was with like, yo, she opened up my eyes to like I started identifying my ceilings and she'll tell you like now we're like
Patrick
we're
ass ain't got no ceiling.
yeah, we don't got to. We're premeditating our ceiling, right? So it's like, oh shit, business is picking up over there. I think we need another person. We might need them in like 3 weeks. Boom, throw it in there. So what you really just have to do is like kind of look at your business, identify certain trends, and double down on that. That's how you scale, right? So if you notice that a majority of your clients are coming from mortgage brokers, forget all the other people. Double down on the mortgage brokers, advertise to mortgage brokers, talk to mortgage brokers, nurture the mortgage brokers, right? Because that's where most of your business is coming from. So like people think of scaling thinking of like, oh, just gonna throw ads and I'm gonna do all this shit. Scaling really means doubling down on what's working for you.
What's
And
working for you?
it could be for different for everybody. Somebody it might be, single mothers. Somebody it might be car dealerships. Somebody it might be new home builders. Somebody it might be mortgage brokers. Somebody it might be the gangster, right? On the corner that wants to get his life right. There's so many different ways, right? So just pay attention to your business. Your business will tell you where you should focus your attention. Okay.
Absolutely.
And
And
use what
it's
you
not a
got.
one size fits all. Sorry, Patty.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I want to just tell you, like I said, you can't compare, like Patrick basically said everything in a nutshell, but you can't compare what works for me, not gonna work for you, and vice versa, And so you'll know yourself what works for your business. But like I said, just list everything Patrick said, he hit it on the nose, but listen, know your business and pay attention to detail on what's working and what's not. I would never recommend you running ads every day, spending $30 a day, and you're not getting any leads. That's a waste of money. That $30 you can pay a VA to help you generate
Yep.
a lead. So it's like that, if that's not working, you got $30 a day, invest into a mentorship. You got $30 a day, invest in something that's actually going to work and it's going to help you grow and scale your business. Don't sit there and waste money on something that's not working. Because it's not working. If it didn't work, if an ad didn't work in the first 2 days, it's not going to work. It's time to cut it off.
Yo, I learned that. And I learned that. See, I hit a ceiling. I think I was at like 30K. And then I'm like, man, I need to go to 40. And then I'm like, okay, ads. That's some shit I haven't done yet. But I tried the ads and I went like two through almost 3 months with the ads, and it was not, I'm like, maybe I just gotta stick it out a little longer, build some
Gary, get
momentum.
you some ads.
Yeah, yeah, like it wasn't working, so I just put it to the side for then, and then I focused on what was. I just doubled down more instead of ads, and I don't tell you, like now it's reaching out and double down on the mortgage brokers. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see. You just got to keep an eye on your business. It will always tell you what you need. All right, we got Taquana. I hope I said that right. I know I did.
You did, Patrick. I appreciate that. Hey, Pat. Hey, Jen. I
I,
appreciate you guys for doing this.
Of course.
So my question is payment processes. Man, fan bases had me waiting on the phone like I got ghosted, waiting by the phone like somebody that got ghosted, and they never called me because at one point in time they would finance credit repair companies, but I guess they had some stuff happen and they
uh,
no longer do that.
they stop.
So who and then I already deal with benefits. So I'm just trying to see what payment processor can I work with that I can change my pay structure? Because exactly what Jen said, chasing people down, trying to, I'm not trying to turn into a collection company. I'm trying to help
That's what
them
we
with
are.
collections.
And
So what that look,
people gotta realize too with the monthly payment thing, it's the psyche of people. You're dealing with credit repair. And so these people already they're in credit repair because they don't pay their bills. And so you're
tax,
trying to make somebody that don't pay their bills pay a monthly bill. That is like
tax.
the most asinine thing that I've ever heard of. And so it's like they don't pay bills. And so if they paid their bills, they wouldn't be there 9 out of 10. And so Credit Repair Cloud actually has eCrypt. It's like
I'll hook you up with my guy Ecrypt.
eCrypt, and it's like two other ones in there. eCrypt is the most easiest one to get in there. And so yeah, they're the best ones. I had Stripe, and Patrick could tell you, I literally got kicked off of Stripe after like 7 years, and they're holding like 18K. Like they're just, my money is just in jail, and so they're like holding 18K. And so I definitely would recommend you always getting with somebody, because Stripe is just not credit repair friendly. It's just that I've had it for so long, and I really was safe with them, and I thought, but I got a dispute from something a dispute, and they basically blocked me. And so I would definitely say recommend you, because if they hold, once you get to them payroll processors that are not credit repair friendly, they can hold your money. So Stripe basically said that they're holding my money for 90 days.
But I'm already with eCrypt as a payment processor. So I'm just trying to find out, do they have an interface? Like, do they have something where you can set up a payment to receive it, and then, you get the money up front, but then they charge them on
Yeah.
the back end? They have something set up like that through eCrypt?
I
Like what,
don't
like
think so.
Afterpay or something?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Do they offer that?
Um,
Uh,
I don't think that they offer Afterpay.
nah, they don't. I would have been all over that shit if they did.
They don't offer Afterpay, but if you go to like a website, like you can if you build your website through like Shopify or something like that, you can go to them, and they, cause Shopify has their own payment gateway, and they have like Afterpay and stuff like that.
Thank you guys so much. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so Afterpay, I think Wix has, I mean Wix, Shopify all have Afterpay. So I would just tell you to host your website on one of them. Then they have their own payment processors, and they won't block you for credit repair, and you can do Afterpay in Klarna.
That's smart. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was fire. All right, we got Ashley Martinez.
Hey guys, hey guys.
What's up? What's up?
Uh, so this question isn't really about business scaling. It's more like on credit repair itself. I just wanted to make sure I can ask still.
Of course.
Okay, cool. So this has happened to me twice where I pull and it's I think it's Experian. It's Experian that completely wipes out and it'll say like 620 points like decrease. I wanted to see if that was normal and this would be my second month working with this client.
Yeah, you have to just have the client call Experian and verify themselves.
Okay, and even though there's active disputes going on,
Yeah. So what you're saying is that their score completely disappeared pretty much?
yeah, it completely disappeared.
Yeah, they just need to verify themselves. And sometimes that happens too. I don't know, are you doing your disputes yourself or is it somebody else?
No, me by myself.
Okay. You didn't do is it any kind of identity theft going on?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so they just need to call and verify themselves.
Got you. Alrighty. Thank you so much. Appreciate
That
it.
shit happens too. Usually it's Equifax though. I haven't seen much on Experian, but
Sorry, my bad. It might have been Equifax. I
Yeah,
honestly,
Equifax definitely, Equifax always does that.
yeah, Equifax always does that shit.
yeah, it's because I'm literally on my laptop and that's where I have everything. So I didn't remember, but yeah, for sure it was one of them.
Yeah, no problem. It'll take like 7 days. You just have your client call Equifax directly. Of
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Uh,
course. All right. Michelle.
Hi, can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I have a question. So how do you keep people from, I mean, just okay, so basically most of the clients obviously are gonna either trying to buy a car or a house. Most of them that I'm getting are trying to buy a house. So when they know the 31-day process or month or 2 months, because I never guarantee, they always want to jump with somebody that does the credit sweeps. How do you keep from them going to someone else and try to keep them as your client?
I put the ass in a headlock and then I tell them if they don't pay, nah. I don't try to keep anybody.
Yeah, your
Okay.
clients is your clients. With that sweep stuff, just tell them that, 9 out of 10 the sweeps are illegal, and when they're yeah, their sweeps are illegal, and 9 out of 10 the shit's gonna come back on their file. So go ahead and pay these people 5,000 to get a sweep, and your ass will be you'll be back to me because I'm gonna fix it the right way.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Thank
just give
you.
your confidence that it just them sweeps don't work, and so just tell them that, hey, I've had several clients come back to me with sweeps and, it doesn't work. It's like a temporary thing. And so you want to get your credit and just, tell them the laws and stuff like that. Like we look for inaccuracies in credit reports to loopholes to get to get the stuff off. We're not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. I said that it's gonna come back in your report, and they eventually just like, okay, well, thanks, that's it. So I'm just trying to find a way, or maybe I'm saying it wrong, to
No, you're
gain
saying
that
it right. And
trust.
here's what most people don't realize too. Now, it's not even just about the stuff coming back. They're locking the people's credit. So
Okay.
I've heard of people that like imagine you're getting your credit fixed to buy a house, and then you're doing that credit sweep shit. Then the credit file gets locked, and now the
Mm-hmm.
loan, the mortgage company's trying to pull your credit to give you the loan, and now they can't. And it's
Okay.
not more calling it in like to verify that you have to send certified letter. You have to get the what is it when they fucking the notary? You have to go
Mm-hmm.
through a bunch of shit now just to revive your credit report. So,
Okay. Okay.
let them know that shit because I've seen deals, real estate deals fall apart because of that. And
Yeah, no, I feel like I've lost a lot because of that, but I'm actually winning, so I don't get any
yeah,
type of legal issues at the end.
you're too
Yeah.
good to deal with that shit.
Okay. Okay. One last question. I'm sorry. Trade lines. Who do you recommend for trade lines? I have some people with like very thin files and no collections, no derogatories, but they could benefit from a trade line.
El Pollo Loco got some.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
Pat,
got
Pat
we
is,
got a good plug on trade
yeah,
lines.
Okay.
Huh?
Well, you got to send me the info.
Yeah, Pat got a good Pat got a good plug for trade lines. Yep.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Hit me up.
All right. Thank you.
Who we got next? I don't know, Manny, if you still had your hand up from before or you got a new one.
Yeah, I got a new one. Actually, something that for the lady that was here before, something that she has to tell their clients whenever they want to do sweeps is that whenever they're locking in that loan for the house, they cannot be using their credit for like 30 to 45 days. So that process of doing that sweep, if anything starts moving of any of those accounts they sweeped out, it starts coming in, is gonna mess up that process for them. That's something she could tell their clients like that she could secure them with more knowledge and that risk that for them not to take. And
Absolutely.
and one thing I did wanted to ask, I forgot her name, was okay. So I'm running ads, and I've been running ads for like 2 months, and I'm getting a lot of traffic on my Instagram and Facebook. Do you recommend me start doing live streams? Certain hours, like look at where's the peak of the people coming in and start doing live streams to see if I can, instead of having people do the consultations, they could, jump in the live stream, ask a couple questions, I'll answer them right there
I
and
mean,
there.
people are making thousands of dollars by being on live. So I definitely say that. I would say probably in the evening time, believe it or not, people are home from work and stuff like that. But I've seen people during the daytime on live and make buku money. So you just gotta see where your audience is. I would try if you have the time, I would try in the daytime to see who comes, and I would try in the evening. Shit, you might make money on both lives. Because that way they can interact with you right then and there. That's your free consultation. So that way you can interact and ask the questions. Don't give up too much information on, live, of course, but they can ask you questions and you can build with them right then and there.
Okay.
But I would try both times. I would try during the daytime because you got people that's sneaking on the phone at work watching stuff, and so that might be you might get that daytime audience, and then you might get the audience, excuse me, at nighttime where their home is situated and they're watching you. So just see what works. But live is people. I don't personally do live, but that's one of the things that's actually on my goal. That's one of my to-do lists, and so I say all that to say I'm always constantly adding things that I want to do to add to my business as well. Like that's one of the things I want to do is start going live. But people are making a lot of money on live. They are.
Yeah, yeah, because I've seen a lot of ads and stuff like that from Facebook and Instagram, and that little and around that logo, it tells the people that they're live. So it kind of maybe I could use that to my advantage and have people, not only look at my ad or comment on my ad, my video, my ad, but they could come into the live stream and tap in as well, and maybe have an interaction with me, and maybe that'll give them like more confidence and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. Because they're going to be, it's going to be more relatable, and they're going to see, like I said, you talk on your videos. So that's a difference. A lot of people get run away from like talking on videos, but talking to them and interacting with them, they're building with you. They feel like they can ask you, they can ask you questions and stuff. They're going to love that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start that this week and maybe try like lunch and dinner.
Yeah, for sure.
All
Good
right,
luck.
Yeah,
thanks.
that's a
Luck.
dope question. And what I always try to tell people too is sometimes the answer is within the question, right? Sometimes like we'll get an idea and I tend to think my ideas come from a source that's got the most power.
Oh,
Okay? So like when I got an idea to do something, I do it.
run with it. Run with it.
Run with it.
Yeah,
Run with it.
it came to you for a reason. It came to you for a reason. And that
Yep.
little tweak in your business, that can be your scale. Like you going live, you selling this stuff, and you get paid for views. Like I get paid for views on social media. And so I don't care. Like I post shit all the time. I get paid from Instagram. And that's another, and so even this content thing, it's streams of, it's other streams of income. I get a check from Facebook probably $3,000-$4,000 a month just for posting stuff on Facebook because I get a lot of views. And so that's something that you guys can incorporate, and and your finances too with credit, but just still tying back to your credit repair business, because guess what, you're getting paid to post this credit repair content.
Straight up. All right, we got Erica.
Hey, how are y'all?
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
I'm good. So, I just have a quick question. So, I am new to the credit industry, and I'm starting up my business, but I want to know, do you guys recommend me go ahead and get an LLC?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
If you talk to Sean, he's gonna tell you to get three of them things.
Yeah. You don't have a business without a business. That's your
Gotcha.
business. And so you want to make sure you're legal, and everything like that. And so definitely get an LLC. But if you can, if you are, say, if you have clients now, by all means do your clients. I'm not telling you to turn no money down, but you definitely want to get an LLC.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Straight up. Marielle, I don't know if you still had your hand up from last time or if you had something new.
No, I'm good.
You good? All right, bet. All right, look, I don't see any more questions. Look at the baby. Look at the baby boy,
Baby,
man. What's up?
say
Oh,
hi.
hold on. Tell him all his name.
His name is Trillion Maximus Brown.
Yo,
Say
he's
I'm already rich. Say I already got good credit. Say I sound like I already got good credit.
like
Hell yeah.
he's like, yo, my shit's at 800. Where's yours at? Yeah, that's
I
fine.
sent Patrick a video. We were in Miami, so he was on the balcony, and he's like looking over and his car seat out the balcony. I said, "This is proof that if you ever, when you grow up and you start rapping, talking about you got it out the mud." I'm gonna show his little ass that video when he's 2 months old, sitting in Miami in the penthouse. Crazy.
Yo, like I said though, his bottom, that the top is his bottom. So you already know it's only up from here. Listen, everybody, look, if y'all could just do us a favor and just go in the group and tell everybody your honest opinion of how this call went, man, we would greatly appreciate it. We here for y'all, man. Like at the end of the day, we try to be what we needed in the beginning, right? I know myself, I done spent 50K on mentors only to end up in a more confused state. Jen done built her empire. It took years, and like when she talks, I listen, and she laid out an entire blueprint for y'all tonight. You know what I'm saying? So y'all had some great questions too. Definitely appreciate that, and appreciate you like always. Like, look,
And it's
we
great.
when we talk about VAs, I don't even, Ann is not a VA. She's an executive. Like, I don't even want to say assistant. She's an executive.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's great. And it's executive.
She's the executive. Look, if y'all do though need somebody to help you out, if you are at that point, just hit up me and we'll tell we'll help you however we can. Hit up Jen, definitely follow her and just show some love in the community, man, because that's all we try to do. We at the end of the day, we help each other out. That's what the group is all about, right? And it's gotta grow. It's gotta grow. And that's what we hear. Look, she's sitting there with her baby boy, 10 o'clock at night. You feel me? Pointing to y'all. So, look, he's talking already. He's trying to school us already.
He's definitely He definitely likes to talk. Yeah, but I appreciate. I want you guys to, like I said, stick with Patrick. Every time he's on here, he speaks. Patrick is a wealth of knowledge, and not only is he a wealth of knowledge, he's in here pouring to you guys. You know, for my Instagram is truth is her 357. And you know he's speaking, and like I said, he's very passionate about helping you. He is a monster. He's building these teams up. He's creating these six-figure businesses and stuff like that. You know, like I said, you guys definitely, if you haven't joined the mentorship, definitely join the mentorship with Patrick. You know, you guys want to get, if you need scaling with your businesses, you need help. He is definitely a great resource for you guys. Not I cannot emphasize that enough. He is amazing. He helps me. We help each other. And like I said, just get having people support into you, whether it's free, whether it's paid, it's going to come a long way, because that's what's going to take you to the next level.
Straight up.
That's what's going to take you to the next level.
Straight up.
You're surrounding yourself with these calls. You guys are in the right place at the right time. Hopefully, we said some things to motivate you. You guys need to be the next millionaires. You guys need to be able to receive the next plaques. That should be your goals. It's not if or when. It's I'm going to be the next person receiving that plaque. Tell yourself that.
Yeah, straight up. And look, I couldn't have got mine without Jen's help, right? Like, and a few other people, right? I couldn't have got mine without Ann's help, right? So look, we all help each other, man, and the best way to help each other is by showing love. The more gratitude that we show for each other, the more we increase in value. Most people don't understand that. I've came to understand that. There's a reason why I went from nobody in the group to speaking out on stage and accepting my plaque in a year, okay? If I could do that shit, I'm a knucklehead, man. I'm a knucklehead. If I could do that shit, every single one of y'all could do
I can
it.
do it. Everybody.
Exactly. So, yo, look, show some love in the group for us. Tag Jen, tag me, and just share your honest experience. Look, if y'all need her info, reach out to me and we'll get it all to you. Whatever y'all need, man. But the baby wants mama. And he's been chilling. He's been good this whole time. But baby,
He's actually been so good.
you've been super good because he knows you're doing your thing, but now is baby time. So listen, everybody, if y'all got questions, hit us up. Follow Jen. If you need her info, hit me up. You know where I'm at. I'm gonna be sending the replay, and it's always there for everybody. You know, let's get it. Let's go.
I appreciate you guys. Everybody have a great night.
Y'all have a good one. Peace, peace.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye now. Good night.
Later.